Hey everyone, I dressed up in my Saturday best for you for this tutorial. Messy ponytail, alma mater, sweatshirt representing. But I wanted to get on here. I'm sorry it is so late. I actually have already recorded this once, and then there was like this huge technological glitch, which I'm glad it happened on this and not my course, but just saying. Here we go again. Here is round two. So it's the reason I didn't just give a tutorial right away is I didn't know if everybody else had already figured this out and I was just late to the game. So I'm glad everyone wants to know about how I do my magic, sorcery, wizardry, all the cool names you guys all gave me on all of them. So let me show you the super expensive, super high-tech piece of equipment you need to make this work. This I call my magic mirror. Now, this part is probably the most expensive part of it all, which is a big, large sheet of green construction paper. Getting that I'm being facetious yet. The black rim, I actually did it with black paper, but you could probably do it with like a thick marker too. It's nice to give it an edging, like to really clearly delineate the edges of this. The stick is super large, weird wood popsicle stick I found in my kid's craft box. The construction paper is very flimsy, so be sure to back it. This is the high quality Calico Critters box from my 4-year-old's birthday presents that was still out in the garage, and then a super high tech layer of packing tape. And this will create your super expensive, super high tech tool that you need for this magic trick. So I call it magic mirror. Some people, if you look around on YouTube and stuff, some people call it magic window, some other stuff like that. But this is the trick. Now look behind me. You'll notice I don't have my green screen up in here, and that's key. Can't have my green screen up and do this. Now, if you look here and there, I do have some green stuff in my cabinet. So sometimes, depending on the lighting in my office, sometimes it will pick up this magic trick, but not enough to really mess up the magic trick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here by the video camera. If you can see my green cursor here, down here by the green camera, and I'm going to click the up button, up arrow here. I'm going to choose virtual backgrounds. Now what I'm doing here is I'm telling Zoom that I have a green screen up, but I don't have a green screen up. So I have this box checked here that says I have a green screen, even though I don't. And then I'm going to scroll down, and I was showing you guys, oh right, Unthinkables. So I found this picture on Google Images. Okay, now notice it tries to project a green screen and gets this really nice creepy effect, and you lose part of me and everything. And that's because it's trying to smart guess what color to use based on the color it's seeing the most of. So it's going with a gray. So you can see right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click this gray, and now suddenly you see I have like crosshairs here. So now I get to pick whatever color I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up my magic mirror. I'm going to make sure I got good lighting on it, got a good angle on it. I'm going to put the crosshairs there. I'm going to click it. Now the computer sees this green as the green screen, not everything else. So I'm going to close this, and as I noted, if you look at some of the games in my cabinet, you can see a little flickering and stuff because it's trying to pick up the green that's in there too. Really doesn't matter. It works much better too when it's daylight, not 11 p.m. at night doing this. But now it thinks my magic mirror is the green screen. So all I'm doing is revealing what should be on a huge green screen behind me. That's the magic. That's the magic of the magic mirror. That's all there is to it. But I'm going to show you really quick how to set this up a couple different ways to do your own stuff. Now it's important that you know kind of roughly about how big your screen is. So my camera is HD and it's widescreen. So that's important to know. And let me show you why. Let me shut off the virtual backgrounds first. And then I will give you some sneak peeks of how to get this to work and how to make your own things for Magic Mirror, like I did with my guy this week. So I am going to open up PowerPoint, okay? So the big thing to do is if you want to do backgrounds and stuff I bring it into PowerPoint and I make sure the PowerPoint is set to widescreen. So now I've got a new large blank screen here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to Google Images. Come on, thank you. Okay, and then I'm going to just search for a background image. So you saw that was underwater. I've done jungle. Maybe I want I live in Colorado. Maybe I want a camping background. Something we could talk about and look for things in it. Let's see. And I like to make them guess. So I like things I've got lots of different images in it because then it makes my guys guess as to where we are. So let's see this one. Now the problem with this one is it's not big enough. So what I need to do is I need to come back up here to the top. I need to go to tools. I need to pick size and I need to pick large. Okay, and when I do that, it's actually going to only give me images that are extremely, extremely big so that I can actually use them as background images. So camping's really not giving me anything I want. I'm going to do a jungle background with hidden animals and see if I can find anything. Aha, here's some nice ones. Oh, look at all those great animals in there. Still not exactly, could be big enough. Let's give it a try. So we're going to save image as, it's going to my downloads folder, which is totally fine. Now I'm going to come back here. I'm going to click insert picture from this device. I'm going to go back to my downloads. It's my last download. And you see it's not quite big enough, but that's okay because I can actually, it's a big enough image that it shouldn't get blurry if I make it big enough. Now you notice, now that I do this, I can't actually see the lines. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to watch the preview here to see if I get mostly what I want. Because I don't want to lose this monkey at the top. I don't want to, and I'm cutting off his head, but I also want to catch the gorilla and the hummingbird down here. So I get most of the animals here in the middle. So I like this. So I'm going to click File, and I'm going to click Save As. I'm going to put it in my Downloads folder, and I'm going to put Jungle Animals, just so I know which one it is. Now, here's the key. You want Save As type. We're going to drop that down, and we're going to go to PNG, because that's going to save it as super high res. Now, I only want this one slide, so just this one, and we're done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to back down here. I'm going to go back to virtual backgrounds. I'm going to click the plus sign and add image. And then I'm going to select my jungle animals. Okay, again, it's trying to be smart and it's projecting that. So it's good to have this set up ahead of time before clients. So I need to reset my magic mirror. So hold up my magic mirror, put the crosshairs in it, click it. And now we're looking for different jungle animals. And my kids will tell me which way to move my mirror. And whoa, what do we find there? And we'll look up here and oh my gosh, what's that? So it's a great language starter. I will also put in like seek and find games, which I'll show you here. But here's one really cool trick, right? The further you go away, the smaller the area it covers, the less clues you get, okay? The closer in you go, the more clues they get. So it's a really cool zoom out, zoom in activity that we've done on different scenes. I've also done, I have already preloaded in here, I went out and I found some of my kids are really into Shopkins. So they're like these food-based characters, cartoon characters. So I found a Shopkins, like Hunt and Sink one. And what I like about this one is it actually has a list right here of what you need to find. And then we look around for things. I might give them a quick few second peek at the whole picture and then zoom out and then have them try to tell me where to go to find items. I might zoom really far out so they see even less, depending on how far away my chair is, which is super fun for that one. If you have a Lesson Picks membership, if you're working with some Arctic kids or something like that, I like using their Find a Picture activities. And what's cool about these guys is that you can put any of the Lesson Picks pictures in it. So that's really fun too. So this one is Initial R. I just threw together the other night for to show somebody how to do this. So there's running, there's ripping, there's rain. I'm trying to remember where everything's hidden in here. There's red. It's like a red blotch down there. There's a rug. There's a rag. Things like that. So they make really good backgrounds. And what I like about using Lesson Picks materials is that I'm able to, now Lesson Picks has updated their system so that you can automatically put them in a PowerPoint fix. And then I just save the PowerPoint as an image and it's ready to go. So that's really fantastic. What else do I want to show you? Oh, yes. So 2 more ways that I use this activity. I have the kid I was talking about on the post who has oppositional defiance disorder. We've been talking about Superflex, so we've been talking about ways to put Rockbrain in jail. And some of the ways he came up with this week is he sometimes gets a reward. So he sometimes gets to download a new video game on a mom or dad's phones. And so that's one reward. Knowing he has time to play his video games, if he gets all his work done, helps him defeat rock brain, getting time to run and play outside, and having a snack. So what I did is I just chat, talked with him. I moved everything off the screen, stopped screen share. And this is where multitasking comes in handy. And while he couldn't see because it was on another screen, I quick plugged in a jungle scene background. And then I copied our images, the 4 images from here, and I hid them around in the jungle scene. And so then I was like, okay, let's review everything we did today. And we did our clock, and we did this, and we read our Superflex, and we worked on our homework sheets. And I was like, now let's review our strategies. Let's see if you can find your strategies. So I went back here and choose virtual background. And then I had come in here and I uploaded. Let me see if I can find where I put it. I know I put it in here because we were just working on it the other day. Where's it? Here it is. So I upload this. He has no idea because I'd already been using the magic mirror, so it didn't change anything. I was like, all right, let's see if you can find it. We're gonna go into the jungle. Now you tell me where to go and tell me when you see one of your strategies. And so he had me go up and he had me explore over, and he's like, snacks, that was one of my strategies, Tara. That was the strategy, snack. Oh, playing outside. And so he directed me all around the jungle until we found all of his strategies hiding in the jungle. So that was really fun. Now, one other thing you can do with this that's really, really fun and works really great for all of us who work on that social cog piece is, again, super expensive piece of equipment here. I was able to use some more of the Calico Critters and more of the green paper. Let me turn off this virtual background because it's going to be a little bit distracting while I set this up. And then I've seen people use this on like hats that they have. I've seen them do it on they've made their own cardboard headbands. I went super fancy and I raided my headbands box and I stole the headbands from the headbands box and I made a thought bubble. So I just simply put the thought bubble onto the headbands. I again tried this earlier without the cardboard. It just doesn't work because the construction paper is just too floppy. I didn't have a ponytail earlier, though. Let's see if this will work. All right, here we go. Now I have a thought bubble, okay? Now, this one got a little tricky to do, okay? Because I had to go into PowerPoint and I had to move things around on the white background until I got them in the right position. So it took a couple times of putting it on there, saving, etc. Because it all depends on where you sit and how the camera's angled, etc. So once I finally got it right, now I just duplicated this and I stuck a dinosaur in as well. Same thing, saved them as images, then loaded them as a virtual background. And now we can talk about what am I thinking about. And things actually pop up in my thought bubble. I can put red spots up there and blue spots. If we're talking about red thoughts and blue thoughts, I can put pictures of their bedroom, of the kitchen, etc. If we're thinking about spaces before we walk into them, all those kinds of things by just making it to the right size to go into my thought bubble. Thought bubble works the same too, as I can get closer, my thought bubble is bigger. I get further away and I see less of my thought bubble. When I am in session and I open up this window, clients don't see this window. So I can leave this up even off to the side a little bit, come on, right here while I'm running the session, and swap through a lot of different things that I put into my thought bubble. So I can be thinking about ice cream and then the next minute I could be thinking about a dinosaur and my clients are none the wiser. 9-year-old, super wow factor, super cool. Apparently a really good wow factor with you all too, based on the comments I saw as well. So this one is really fun as well. What else is cool is that Zoom, now if you hit this plus button here in the top, you actually can add images, and depending on your system, you can also add video as well. So I can be thinking about it's my birthday or their birthday, and they can start trying to figure out what I'm thinking about based on the video I load in as well. So that's really fun. When my guys have done a really good job and I'm really over the moon excited, I will sometimes switch my thought bubble to fireworks. You really blew my mind, guys. That was amazing. And kind of having that fun, cool effect too. So It has a fun wow factor. They really like it. It's been fun to play with, and it's nice to have a way to kind of use that cool green screen effect without having to set up my whole green screen to do it. So, hope this helps. Ask any questions. Show me pictures of how you use it. I love it. Give me all the ideas. Catch y'all later.